here is how you can get the free Staff of Ice Wonder Weapon, as well as upgrade it on the brand new zombies map, The Tomb. Now, first of all, in order to get the free Ice Staff, you can, of course, try your luck with the mystery box, but it is rare. Wonder Bars are also great, but again, get increasingly rare, especially if you're in a multiplayer game. Whilst everyone is able to get an Ice Staff, it's not exclusive to just one player. Even with Wonder Bar, it's still rare to get from the box for those additional players especially. Anyways, here's how you actually get the free one. First of all, there are 3 different parts that you need to get. The first is in fact a monocle that you get for killing the shock mimic that spawns in on round 8. So go ahead and collect the monocle there. You then need to go ahead and activate the Dark Ether Rift that the game literally guides you on how to get there. I'll also have a video in the description if you for some reason need help. After doing so, ether lamps will spawn in around the map, and you need to traverse the map into the tombs by depth perception and locate where the ether lamp is in the room. And basically you need to just keep shooting the ether lamp until it moves by this wall painting here. Now you might get lucky and the correct lantern might be lit that is closest to it straight away, but if the correct one isn't lit, which more than often it won't be, like I said, you just need to shoot the currently lit one, and after some time a new lantern will light up again, and you just need to keep doing this until the light spawns at the one that triggers the symbols. And there will then be 8 different symbols that you need to shoot in this precise order on the bull. Now the symbols are resemblant of Roman numerals and must be shot in sequential order from 1 to 8. The digits being I, IV, V, VI, VII, VIII, IX, and X. But they will be in a random order in your game, so you just need to shoot them in the correct order. And on screen right now you can see them numbered in the exact order that you need to shoot them in if you want to pause or take a screenshot, so go ahead and shoot them in that exact order. These symbols are not exactly the same as Roman numerals, but they look very similar, some of the latter ones not so much so. After all of the correct symbols are shot, it will then spawn in a bunch of enemies from the purple ether orb, and it will consecutively move, spawning in 5 different waves of them. This lockdown will spawn mimics or doppelgangers, so a decent setup is recommended. After defeating all 5 waves of the enemies, the ether will move back into the mural, causing it to glow purple. You can then pick up the staff part from the bull painting, as well as a free max ammo. You will need this max ammo because you now need to do this process again at another site, and you can do either of these 2 in any particular order, and you have to basically do the exact same step again. If you come over to the Neolithic catacombs, you need to locate the ether lamp, and you just need to keep shooting it until it appears right next to this consolidation here with these symbols on by this painting. Once again, you need to shoot the Roman numerals in the correct order. This time there are going to be 10 symbols instead of the 8, but the process is exactly the same. And just for a reminder, on screen you can see the chart so you know which ones to align them to, as the order will be random in your game. Once again, you need to survive 5 waves of them from the purple orb that'll move, so again make sure you are prepared, and then at the end it will move back into the mural, and you can go ahead and collect the other staff part as well as grab yourself the max ammo. Once you've gotten all 3 of the parts, you need to come into the Dark Ether Nexus over to this Origins looking pillar, and you need to place the ice staff into it where it'll all be glowing purple and it'll look so epic, and then you basically need to defend the ritual from the incoming hordes. This is a bit difficult, I believe it lasts around 90 seconds, so be prepared. There will be a lot of zombies here, but if you manage to successfully defend it and survive, you can then go ahead and pick up the ice staff for you to use. Now, once you've managed to get yourself the ice staff, whether it's from the box or from the quest, you now need to upgrade it in order to do the Easter egg. So here is what you need to do. Now you need to return to the main map to exit the Dark Ether Nexus, and if you come over to the tombs, you need to shoot 3 ether lanterns in succession very quickly. You have a certain amount of time to do this, so shoot this one first from the tombs with the ice staff, then quickly make your way into the Shrine of the Hierophants and shoot this one here. Keep going to the back past the statues to the subterranean temple and shoot that one there. Then Archibald will begin talking to you. Now you need to make your way back to the Dark Ether Nexus. Once you are in there, you need to look in the sky, and there are going to be 3 different rocks with purple Dark Ether symbols on, but they will be a little bit hard to make out. So if you shoot them with your ice staff, it will lower the rocks so that you can make out the symbols easier. So take note of the symbols, whether it be taking a screenshot or drawing them on a piece of paper or getting a friend to remember them for you. Whatever the the case may be, you need to remember them. After you have shot all 3 of the rocks to lower them down, Archibald will then begin talking to you once again. You then need to look around the Dark Ether Nexus until you see this closed off Dark Ether Rift to take you back to the main map. After you figured out which one it is, come back to the main map through an active portal, and you need to locate the Dark Ether Rift that corresponds to the one that is closed off, and it will now be closed with 8 Dark Ether symbols on. Only 3 of these symbols will actually contain the ones that were on the rocks though, so obviously you now need to shoot the 3 symbols that were on the rocks with your ice staff. If you've shot them correctly, it will then activate the portal and you can enter it. Now before you go into the portal, look at the bottom and you need to see if there are glowing symbols at the bottom of the doorway. If there are not, do not enter, as it means that you will fall and either take a load of damage or you will literally die. Basically, you will fall if you do not enter the correct symbols, and will then have to repeat the step where a different rift will be closed off from the Dark Ether and you then need to locate the symbols and correspond them. Now if you are in a multiplayer game, all of you need to enter the Dark Ether together, otherwise the step will fail and you will have to repeat the last step. Lots of people have been getting stuck on this because they've been shooting the wrong runes, and honestly the game should just not let you go into the Dark Ether so that you understand you've done it incorrectly, instead of trying to troll you this way, because this is an extreme punishment for a mistake. You will then spawn in the Dark Ether Nexus on the rock far above, and there'll be this purple ether orb in front of you. You then need to press square X or F to interact with the orb, which will then mean you have to start collecting souls by killing zombies around it. So make sure you are ready to do this. You are then able to fall down and follow it, but don't fall off before interacting with the orb, otherwise you will have to repeat the last step. Now all you need to do is just keep following the ether orb around the Dark Ether as you are killing zombies to fill it up with souls. So just keep on doing this, it'll circle the Dark Ether, and an amalgam will actually spawn in at this point, so just be careful, because you need to constantly be following the orb, and this just serves as a distraction. You can just avoid it because you just need to keep collecting souls as you are by the orb, which you can do so without actually killing the amalgam, or if you do want to kill it, just be very wary and stay near the orb. And obviously it's annoying because it can drag you away, so yeah, you can just avoid it. And eventually it'll make its way back to the center, to this Origins looking pillar thing, and it will go inside of the ring and it'll cause it to all be glowing purple, and you can then bring your ice staff up to it, interact with it, and it'll give you the upgraded ice staff, which is absolutely awesome. Just like the original, you are able to charge it up to fire a massive blast that will swirl around in a tornado, taking out all of the zombies. The animation is so cool, as well as the inspect animation. As well as this charge attack, you also have an alternative fire that can be used to revive players, and the animation is so cool for this, where you can shoot players to revive them if they are down, just like on Origins. Sekhmet's Vigor, the bottom of the staff. Now whilst this is tedious, it is needed for the main Easter egg, so my guide on that will contain a lot of this as well. But yeah, this was a pretty tedious process if you have done all of this to get it for free and to then upgrade it, but it's an awesome weapon, and I'm sure fills a lot of you with so much nostalgia, especially with the updated graphics of it. I hope you have enjoyed, and let me know in the comments how you find the ice staff and how you are finding this map in general.